torture, shootings, and terror. When in the post-war period the crimes of Stalin's regime began to be talked about more and more, the image of the leader of the peoples began to transform in people's minds. The more facts were exposed over time, the more harsh and ruthless Joseph Vissarionovich was remembered. And when suddenly discovered the fact that Stalin had an adopted son, for many people it came as a surprise. The personality of Artem Sergeyev for a long time attracted the attention of the public. Artem was born in 1921, the same month as Stalin's son Vasily. Artem's mother, Liza Repelskaya, is a chairwoman in Kabardino-Balkaria. Father, an active revolutionary Fyodor Sergeyev, was a friend of Stalin. The friendship of 20-year-old party members hardened and became stronger. After the end of the revolution, they worked together in the communist leadership. Their wives were also friends. The death of his father. My father I did not know at all. I was not even a year old when he died. The party delegation traveled in an aircar to Tula to meet with the miners. On the way back, the train derailed. 6 of the 21 passengers died, including my father and the train designer himself. Artem recounts. Subsequently, Artem will talk about the fact that the disaster was not accidental, and Trotsky was swept into the matter, but the true causes of that railroad accident are still shrouded in mystery. After the tragic death of her husband, Elizabeth Repelskaya fell ill. The fate of the baby was decided by a meeting of the Politburo, which considered the question on the provision of the family Sergeyev. Guardianship over the baby was given to Joseph Stalin, since he himself asked for it. His friend, shortly before his death, had asked Stalin to look after his son if anything happened. Revolutionary times in Russia were harsh and severe. The Kremlin was like a communal apartment. There was a common kitchen and many staterooms. A large number of people were here all the time. A half-price lunch in the canteen and dinner cards were what the ruling elite were entitled to. Employees of the Kremlin were busy practically round the clock. There was no time to deal with the family. Mother was also a busy person and did not mind that I lived with Stalin even when she recovered from grief, recalls Artem Sergeyev. After the Civil War, the country needed rebuilding, a task that rested on the shoulders of the country's rulers. In order to provide supervision and care for their own children, it was decided to organize a special orphanage. Artem Sergeyev, Stalin's son Vasily, and the children of 25 other famous Bolsheviks went there. There were also taken 25 street children from the street, so that it would not seem that the children of the ruling elite live in special improved conditions. In the orphanage, Artem and Vasily lived until 1927. We were daily instilled with a love of labor. We did a lot of things ourselves, starting from serving food and washing dishes, and ending with the complete cleaning of their rooms, where we lived together with Vasily, wrote Sergeyev. Artem Sergeyev graduated from the Moscow Artillery School and joined the Red Army. In 1940, after graduating from the artillery school, he became a lieutenant. I always dreamed of flying, but the dream was not destined to come true. The motherland at that time needed marksmen, said Artem about his military career. The first days of the war, Artem commanded a howitzer platoon. Almost immediately, he found himself captured by the enemy, but escaped with a serious wound. Do not raise your voice, do not get irritated, and never give up. All this I learned from Stalin. Perhaps this is what helped me survive, was how he talked about the experience from his childhood. Artem did not talk about his adoptive father so that his name could not be manipulated. Artem Sergeyev fought from the first to the last day of the war. He was in the hottest places. He defended Stalingrad and Dnieper, liberated Hungary, and met the victory in Germany. Sergeyev received many wounds, some heavy. The hand of one arm was completely shattered. He finished the war as a lieutenant colonel, a cavalier of 6 orders. Artem Fedorovich, after the war, still realized his dream and became a pilot at the age of 40, when at the behest of Khrushchev, he took the post of commander of the Air Defense Division. He finished his service in 1981, being a major general. In retirement, he was actively engaged in political and patriotic activities. In 2006, the book Conversations About Stalin was published. The name of his adoptive father, he never speculated. In the book, he talked about him calmly, truthfully, and very respectfully. There were traits that he sincerely admired: a business-like approach, punctuality, and amazing efficiency. "On my grave will carry a lot of garbage," Joseph Stalin predicted. And so it was, but all his life, actions and words from the book Artem Sergeyev proved that Joseph Stalin became for him not only a father, but also a guide in life, showing the right path and making him a real man. Artem Fedorovich passed away in January 2008, 87 years of life.